Now we're going to talk about the feedback colors. So there are 3 different colors that your teacher will use when grading your checkpoints in your projects or your tests. So red is used when it is late or needs to be fixed with a major problem or completely redone. Yellow is used when it is almost done but something needs to be fixed or added. Green will show that it is done and completed correctly, and then you can move on. Also, your teacher will use a rubric when creating your project. So when you click on your projects on the year page, then you will scroll down until you find the little blue view rubric. So when you click on this, it'll show you everything that you need to know in order to get a good grade on your tests and your projects and what you do for your assignments. So teachers will grade you on this, and then they will send you what you got on your scores, and you can view what you got your scores right here. Also, when you are on a test, you have your diagnostic feedback. So this is your diagnostic test. It'll be a little test, a little practice test before you take the real one, and it'll give you different question examples for you to answer, and then it'll show your score right here, and it'll also highlight what you got wrong on your objectives, so you know which objective you need to work on more or which ones you know you got down and you can move on. Also, you can find what score you got on your content assessment. So this is what I got on the test, and also you can do see all like tests, and so it'll show you how many times you took a diagnostic and how many times you had to take the test. So this is where you can get more feedback on which objectives you got right. So it'll show you how many questions you got right out of the diagnostic question, and then which ones you got right out of your actual assessment test. Also, on the very top, once you have mastered a test, it'll show this green bar, and it'll show you what you got on the test, and it'll tell you that you mastered it, and then when you go back to the year page, it'll turn green, and then you know you've completed it. However, before taking your test, you need to look at your objectives and your resources. So you have all of your resources here, and it's up to you to find the resources that will work best for you in order to learn what you need to know for the test. So there are videos, there's slideshows, there's different like documents, and there could be different like tests on there that you can try taking. And so all of the ones are given to you, but there are also ones that you can look up online. So you'd have to research. If you can't find anything on Summit about something you need to know or just more information about it, you will have to look it up so you can be able to take your test and pass it. Also, it'll show you a little blue check mark next to the ones that you have looked at and used, but the ones that don't have anything it means that you did not click on it and you did not use those resources. Also, your teachers can see all of your Summit pages, and you can see that which documents that you've opened up. They can also put little notes on the sources and say that you need to use this source, or this one must be done before you take the test, something like that. So those are your resources under your test. Moving to the Progress tab, there will be a list of your grades for each class you have on Summit, which are right here. So you have all of your courses right here. It will show your grade for the end goal for that class, and it'll show you what you have now, and it'll give you a letter grade from A+ to D-. It won't show an F, but it will show an I, meaning incomplete, which basically means an F, but this means that there is a test or project missing or behind the blue line that needs to be done in order to get it back to the grade you want. But you can still have whatever grade it is before something was missing or behind, but it is technically an F until it's finished. So in order to find your grade and what percentage you have, you click on the teacher's name in the class, and it'll show you a little circle, and it'll show you like how far you are to your 100%. It'll show your letter grade, your percentage right here. It'll also show you like how on track you are for your projects and your focus areas and additionals and maybe even your challenge ones. But it'll show you how much you've earned and what percentage of your grade shows like what projects, how much of that percentage is into your actual grade. It'll also like break down a little bit more in the bottom it'll show you like what you did well on in your scores and what you have done and not finished yet. So that is all that you need to know about your grades on Summit. But you also have a grade on PowerSchool, so that reflects what you have on your Summit grade, but it also has your elective grades and classes on your PowerSchool. But with Summit, the grades change between semester 1 and 2, so whatever you got your first semester doesn't technically matter in the second semester, so it's whatever grade you have your second semester will be the grade that you have the whole year. So if you get like a B first semester and an A second, then your first semester will turn into an A. But if it's the other way around, if you have an A first and then a B second, it'll change to a B all year. So it's basically like being flexible, where if you did really bad first semester and you don't want to have that letter grade, you can work really hard to get an A your second semester, and then it'll be an A all year long. And lastly, we're going to be talking about the due dates with Summit. So Summit is a little bit more flexible than other things because you can have, some have no deadline and some do. All for the test, you have little notes saying that the line passed on like February 25th. So that's saying that you should have this test done by February 25th, but sometimes you get behind, or even if you get ahead, so it doesn't mean that you have like specific due dates, but your goal is to get them all done by the end of the year. But with projects, so if you click on any projects, it'll show you the due date up top. So it says due October 5th. These due dates are due dates that need to be done by that day, so they're not that flexible. So with this, you have to be able to get all of your checkpoints done, so all these little assignments and your end of the unit assessment, in order to get this due date completed and have your project turn green. So that is everything you need to know about your grading and feedback with Summit Learning. Thank you for listening.